Okay, so let's look at this question. Let's keep looking. This question is mastery class, extensive exercise, question number 2. So the diagram below shows patterns drawn on square dotted grids. First question is complete the table below. So we have a table here with pattern number with the first row, and the second row is number of small squares, which is these. And the third is perimeter in units. Okay, so let's see. Let's fill in the blank, fill in the table first. So the first column, the second column has been done for us, 1, 8, 16. Let's look at the third column. So pattern 2, we have 16 small squares, that's already given. We want to find the perimeter in units. So the perimeter is, we first look at the perimeter of the large square, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and be careful here. I know you've been learning lots of perimeters, lots of areas recently, and it's really easy for students to mix them up. So to find the perimeter of the outer, for the outer large square, we do 5 times 4 instead of 5 squared. 5 squared gives us the area. 5 times 4 is the perimeter. Okay, and then for the perimeter of the inner square, it's a 3 by 3 square. The perimeter will be 3 times 4. Yeah, and above is 20 and below is 12. We add them up. 20 plus 12 is 32. Write it down. Okay, and then we move on to the third pattern. We try to find what is the pattern between patterns. Okay, it's like a tongue twister. So we have 1, 2, 3. Let's count the squares first. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 23, 22, 23, 24. So altogether 24 little squares. And then let's count the perimeter for the outer square. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it's a 7 by 7 square. Then the perimeter will be 7 times 4, which is 28 units. And then for the inner square, the smaller one, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 by 5 square, then the perimeter will be 5 times 4, which is 20 units. Then add them up, the perimeter will be 48. Okay. So by now, I believe most of you, actually all of you, can already observe or obtain the pattern for the relationship between the pattern number, the number of small squares, and also the perimeter units. So for those of you who are still struggling with general term method, this is a really nice and clear explanation of what n means. The n is the pattern number or the term number. Yeah, it is always 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay? And then the number of small squares. So the general term for the second row will be, so from 1 to 8, from 2 to 16, from 3 to 24, it will be 8n. Okay? And then for column 5, we have pattern number 4. And then for the second row, column 5, it will be 8n. But here n equals to 4. Okay, so it will be 8 times 4, which is 32. And then here we have 8n as well, but here n equals to 5. So instead of 32, we will have 8 times 5, 40. Okay, then let me change the color. So for the last row, we have 16n. Because, so from 1 to 16, we multiply 16. From 2 to 32, we multiply 16. From 3 to 48, we multiply 16. So this is a 16n sequence. Okay? And then for the fifth row, we have 16n as well, but this time n equals to 4. So we have 16 times 4. And what we have here will be 64. Or you can see the relationship between the 8n and the 16n sequence. It's just multiply 2. So 40 multiplied 2 gives us 80. Okay, there are multiple ways to get the correct answer. All right? And then after you got the general term, we can solve the second question easily. What is the number of small squares in pattern number 20? So pattern 20 will be a number on the first row. And we want to find the number of small squares. So we multiply n, because the second row is 8n. So 20 times 8 is 160. So the answer is 160. We can also find the perimeter for it, which is just 160 multiplied by 2. Or we multiply 16 to the 20. Both ways, either way will give us the correct answer, the correct perimeter, 320 units. Okay, and that is this question.